Hey everyone, welcome to the Dirty White Boy Dan YouTube channel. It's your man Toby here. We're doing another project. This time we're hanging a barn door. As you can see behind me, this is a kitchen in one of the medical units. So they want this closed up. Only way we can do it without putting a door in is to hang a barn door from the inside. I'm not gonna be able to finish everything today. I'm gonna get everything started. There's a couple holes that I gotta drill, countersink some screws, and then I gotta fill those holes. And I gotta let that all dry before I can sand and touch it all up. For now, we can basically get the majority of it started. First thing is first, installation manual. Who needs that, eh? Actually, I need that. The first thing I gotta do is take this board. I gotta figure out exactly how high it's gotta go. The reason why we do this is because all these walls are steel studs and they're all very thin gauge. Hanging a barn door on steel stud is not very ideal. So we like to add some wood on top of the drywall. So I'm gonna try to show detail by detail how we do it. I know there's so many other ways that people do it, and this is just how we do it. We've done it so many times. We've never, ever had any issues with it. So we just continue doing it the way we do it, and yeah, let's start. I gotta figure out the height of the door. I gotta get the door first. I gotta bring it up here so I can take my precise measurements. I gotta figure out the height of these on the door, and these instructions, like they're so easy to read. It's all just in millimeters, and I live in Canada. We don't do millimeters, we do inches. Let's figure it out together, and hopefully I'm not gonna make any mistakes. I got everything laid out here already on the floor. It's just easier that way. I always do that. Even when I'm building cabinets, I like to sort all my screws and kind of lay them all out. So let's figure out how high the rollers have to be. So it shows you right here. That's a great tool. If you've never seen one like this before, I don't know if you guys can see that, and a nice point on it, and it's spring loaded. And this is meant for wood, for steel, and it helps to keep your drill bit from going all over the place. Line it up, and you got like a divot here now. Okay, so now we got 5 3/16. Go down here. There, that side is done. We do the same thing on that side. Now I can take my measurements from the underside of the wheel to the bottom of the door, and that will give me the exact measurement of where that rail needs to be screwed onto the wall, which also gives me the measurement of the piece of wood that needs to get screwed onto the wall first. So we moved down into the basement here. This is where I'm gonna do the notch on the bottom of the door. Next thing I'm going to do is sand these down and give the whole face of this a coat of paint. And everybody loves sanding. So for the handle, usually handles are about 36 inches, 3 feet. But this one I'm gonna do, because you gotta think, right? Like, it's gotta be comfortable height. You don't wanna push this whole door from down here. Because if you have a lever, you have something to pull on, right? But here, you have a minimal lip to push with your fingers. I think I'm gonna put it up at 38. The door is gonna overlap the corner about 1.5 inches. So we gotta think about that as well. So 1.5 inches. I think 4.5 sounds about good. 4.5 by 38. And now we take this. That's it. Nice. I like it. I'm gonna show you guys and let you guys see and find out where I put the screws in, like where I filled it. It's nice and dry now. Yeah, let's mark all the holes for the rail, and then I gotta install the door, and then anchor the little rail in the floor, and then that's it, and then we're done with this door. And then you guys can do it yourself too. It's very easy, simple. Okay, so that's center. And then I'm gonna mark the center on this bar. I already have the marks there, I just gotta draw the line. Oh, this is not easy. This is heavy. mark all my holes. Don't fall. Now I just gotta pre-drill all these holes. I apologize for the angle of the camera, but that's like the only spot I can put you guys there right now because I'm using the big tripod for the laser. But you can still see what I'm doing. That's what matters. I'm trying to explain as much as I can and show you guys as best as I can. This is where these spacers come in. These go on here and the bar goes in front. So another thing is you want to leave the last screw out after you hang the door and you figure out exactly where the door goes, because these stoppers, they slide in here, right? If you have the screw in here, for example here, I can't slide it, right? And I know this stopper is gonna go somewhere over here, somewhere in this area. And if I have that screw in there, I won't be able to slide it. And I'm gonna have to take that screw back out again, you know. So the two last screws, leave them out until you figure out exactly where you want to put these door stoppers. The door does not go anywhere. That tells me that the rail on the top is nice and level. So if I do this and stop the door, it stays. Yeah, so this is how far it's going to open. Basically flush with the one wall here. And that's what I mean with this door stop. So this door stop is gonna butt up right there. And then this one, be somewhere over there. Oh, I'm happy, satisfied. I like it. I don't have to change anything. And the space at the bottom of the door, flawless. Yeah, the space underneath the door is just perfect. So this rail here is going to go right inside that notch. It's gonna get mounted to the floor, and that's gonna stop the door from swinging back and forth. And just look at it, just perfect. This is exactly where the door is going to stop. Line that up, tighten that up. Now we can put this screw in there. Okay, so this side's done. Now we gotta do the other side. No. Before we do that, we gotta add the little piece at the bottom there. Otherwise I won't be able to slide the doors, so I'm gonna make a mark here. Now it's time to install this guy. I'm just gonna mark where the door ends. I already put a mark on this side where this door is going to end. So that means it will be sitting right in the middle of that. The way I usually check, I never put a level on here. A lot of these walls are not straight, so I just put the door on here, kind of let it do its thing, and then wait until it stops swinging. And usually when it stops swinging, that's kind of where it should go, right? And then I'll take this, make sure it's in between those two lines. Open that up, mark my holes. There you go. Now all we gotta do is tighten this guy up. I already made a mark where it's supposed to go. The last thing I gotta add on here are these little spacers that get screwed on here. They got the hole on the end here. And the reason for that is, I'll show it to you guys on this side here, but these go on the top. But just to show it to you guys. So you screw it on like that, and it can turn outwards, right? So if you have it on here, first of all, without them, I can lift this door up and the door will come off the rail, which is a hazard, and we don't want that to happen. And these go in here, so when you lift the door, it hits that piece of plastic and it prevents the wheel to come off the rail, which prevents the door to come crashing down on yourself. And if you ever need to take the door off, that's when you turn them and they will turn outward, and then you can take the door off. Let's screw those on quickly, and then that's it. It's hard to do this with the door moving. There we go. There you go. Well guys, that's it for this project. It worked out the way I wanted it to. Everything worked out great. Looks good. I like it. I don't have to do anything else, no adjustments, nothing. The door works great. I'm happy. It was a fun project. Like, subscribe, tag along. There's more coming. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.